Have you ever imagined living in a time when taking a head wasn't murder, but a symbol of honor, bravery, and even love? High in the rugged mountains of northern Luzon, warriors once roamed, not for conquest, but for the very soul of their people. This is the true story of the headhunters of the Philippines. Long before the first Spanish galleons reached Philippine shores, the highland tribes of the Cordillera had already built a fierce and complex society, isolated, proud, and fiercely independent. These were the Igorots, Kalingas, Bontocs, and Ifugaos, known not just for their rice terraces, but for something far more primal: headhunting. To outsiders, it was savage, but for the tribes, it was sacred. Taking a head was never senseless, it was spiritual, a rite of passage, a declaration of manhood, a way to honor ancestors, protect the tribe from evil spirits, or bring blessings to the harvest, and sometimes to win a bride. Young warriors, armed with spears and bolos, would venture deep into enemy territory under the cover of fog and forest. The act of taking a head was swift and brutal, but afterward came ritual, songs, feasts, and offerings. The skull was not a trophy. It was a vessel of power and a link to the spirit world. But the warriors of the Cordillera did not limit their battles to rival tribes. When the Spanish attempted to conquer the highlands in the 1600s, they were met with fierce resistance. One chilling record from 1601 describes how a Spanish expedition to the gold-rich mountains of Itogon ended in blood. Igorot warriors ambushed the soldiers, decapitated the survivors, and sent their heads back as a warning. The Spanish never returned to that area with force. Centuries later, the Americans tried to civilize the mountain tribes. Roads, missions, and schools followed, but so did disrespect. In 1907, an American patrol in Kalinga territory was attacked after they desecrated sacred land. The Kalinga warriors responded swiftly, killing several men and displaying their severed heads, not for cruelty, but to uphold ancestral law. The U.S. government called them rebels, but in the mountains, they were defenders. Even during World War II, the headhunter spirit endured. In the Japanese occupation, some Ifugao and Kalinga warriors turned their skills against the invaders. Oral accounts tell of ambushes in the forests where heads of Japanese soldiers were taken, not as part of tribal ritual, but as revenge for atrocities. In this clash of worlds, the ancient ways became a weapon of resistance once again. Yet, headhunting wasn't about violence for its own sake. These raids were governed by strict codes. Peace pacts, called bodong, kept balance between tribes. Breaking them brought not just retaliation, but shame. Diplomacy and war walked hand in hand in the Cordillera. As the 20th century marched forward, headhunting began to fade. Christianity, government control, and education changed the lives of the mountain tribes. The last reported tribal headhunt occurred sometime in the 1970s, but echoes of the past remain. In remote villages, skulls still hang above doorways, not as threats but as memories. Old warriors speak of raids not with bloodlust, but reverence. The rituals once tied to violence are now echoed in tattoo, dance, and the beat of the gangsa. They were called savages. But look deeper, and you'll see a people of courage, tradition, and code. The story of the Philippine headhunters is not one of cruelty. It's a testament to identity, resilience, and the unbroken spirit of a people who were never truly conquered. In a world full of forgotten tales and ancient mysteries, one click can take you deeper. Like, follow, and subscribe to Beyond Legends, where every legend hides a truth, and every truth leads to the unknown. Share the story, and let the legend live on.